Hi everyone, welcome back to Loyaltiness channel. This is a channel where we learn about the basic laws of Ghana. We explain it to the simplest form so that everybody can understand. We have English versions and Twi versions of every video on this channel. So please check through the comment section of this video. There's a Twi version if you actually want to watch the Twi version of this topic. So today we are going to talk about the step-by-step approach that you need to go through before you can get a genuine land, or a land which is litigation free, or a land which you don't have to go to court and stress yourself for. Now, please listen. This step-by-step approach is what you do before you actually give money to the person who claims to have a land to sell to you. So this is the due diligence that you have to do before you actually give your money out that I'm buying this particular land. You don't go and pay the money first before you come and watch this and say, oh, I have watched this and I'm careful. No. And always remember that it is better to look for a lawyer to advise you on such transactions, especially when there's a lot of money involved. Seek a lawyer's help first. You save yourself a lot of stress. So the first thing you have to consider is that where is the land? You have to see the land that somebody wants to sell to you. But it is not just by showing you that, oh, this is the land. No. You have to see the land in its dimension. So that is when you ask for the site plan of the land that they want to sell to you. Yes. It doesn't have to be the indenture, but a site plan. You have to get that site plan. So even when they tell you that, oh, the land is at Cape Coast, it is 10 acres of land, that is okay. But where is the site plan of the land? They'll give you a site plan. You will use that site plan to go to the Lands Commission to conduct a search. That search, please don't go and ask the Lands Commission officer, oh, I want to see if this land that they want to give me is for somebody else. It's not by word of mouth. Please go with a letter so that they'll respond to you officially by a letter as well. Now, it is possible that the site plan that they have actually given you may be different from what is on the ground. So even as you have gotten the site plan from the family or whoever it is, you also have to get your own surveyor to go on the land to plot the land and see if the site plan they have given you is exactly the site plan that covers the land that they have shown you. So they have shown you a 10-acre plot of land at, say, Accra, and then you have gone to see it with your eyes. But you want to be sure that the 10-acre land is the same 10 acres that have been given to you on the site plan they gave you. So you have to also go with your surveyor for your surveyor to measure, for the surveyor to see that what is on the ground is exactly what is on the site plan they have given you. This is very helpful because if you go to the Lands Commission with the wrong site plan, the search will show something different, but you as a lay person may not even know that the site plan you have sent to the Lands Commission is a wrong one. So please take note of that. There are circumstances that somebody will go for a site plan, go and conduct a search at the Lands Commission, and then it will be shown later that the land that was given to that person or the site plan that was given to that person was not the same land that he went to see with his own eyes. Yes. And so this is why you have to be very careful with that. Now, after you have conducted a search at the Lands Commission, the Lands Commission search will show you so many things about the land. Whether the land has been registered by anybody, whether if it has been registered by somebody, has that person sold it someone else? Did that person also sell it to another person? It will show you all the transactions that have happened on the land. So if you have actually bought a car before, usually when you go to the DVLA to conduct a search, they can show you that, oh, when the car first came into Ghana, it was given to this particular man. This particular man brought the car to Ghana. When he brought it to Ghana, he sold it to this person and then that person. You are going to get that from the Lands Commission if there is anything on that. But if nobody has registered anything on that land, the search from the Lands Commission will show you that, oh, this land, Nobody has registered anything on it at all. That will also help you. Now, if you actually get to know who owns the land, then you know whether it is actually owned by the government, whether it's owned by an individual, whether it's owned by a family, or whether it's owned by a stool. If it's owned by the government, then the only authority that can sell such lands to you is the Lands Commission. They deal on behalf of the government with individuals who want to maybe buy government property, whether through a lease or whatever. So go to the Lands Commission. Don't let any penny or any director from anywhere sell government land to you if it is not the Lands Commission. Because if you do it, you're going through the wrong person. If it is stool land, then we have the chief or the person who is occupying the stool. That chief has the power to sell that land to you with the consent of principal elders of the stool. So please take note. The occupant of the stool, which is usually the chief or the chief, has the power to sell the land to you with the consent of the principal elders of the stool. Please take note of that. So you have to be sure that the principal elders of the stool are agreeing to this. So you have to conduct your search to know that, okay, if they say the land is for the Ogwa Traditional Council or the Ogwa stool, who is the chief? Ask around. You can even inquire from the Lands Commission, they can assist you. Or you can even go to the administrator of stool lands, they can guide you to know that, oh, this stool owns this particular land and this stool also own this particular land, so that you will know that you are doing the right thing. Now, if it is a family, the law says that it is the penny or the family head, together with the principal elders of the family, who can sell a family land. So if they tell you that the land is for an Adriana family in maybe Cape Coast, you have to go and ask who is the penny in the Adriana family. Please do your research well. You can do this by making inquiries from the Lands Commission themselves. You can also go to the ground, ask people in the community, this family, who is a family head. Make the proper inquiry first, so that you will know that this particular person is the right person to sell these particular lands. Now, if it's an individual, the individual may have gotten the land by buying it herself or himself, or by acquiring it through an inheritance. If you said I acquired it through a will, please make sure you have seen that actually this is a will, the person's name was there, not just the will. The executors have gone to court to get what we call the probate, and they have given vesting assent to this individual. It's only when you see a vesting assent in that person's name, registered at the Lands Commission, that you can know and be sure that this is the property of this individual, which he gained from an inheritance. So please take note of that. As for the individual, what you have to know is to check the document well to see that, oh, this person is a private person. He bought it from this person, he leased it from this person, and then he has the power to give it to me. If you don't do that, you will be doing a mistake. Now, when you get to know who can actually give you this, you have to ask yourself, what interest can they give me in the land? What is the interest? There are interests in land, special interests. We have what we call the allodia, we have the freehold, we have the leasehold. And in Ghana now, it may be difficult for you to get a freehold in any land or a conveyance in any land. What you can get is a lease. And the highest you can get as a Ghanaian is 99 years. If you're a foreigner, the highest you can get is 50 years at a time, and which is subject to renewal. So now immediately somebody says, I'm selling a land to you, I'm leasing a land to you. You have to remember that the highest that you probably get as a Ghanaian is 99 years. So check their documents to see that if they also leased it from someone else, when did they lease it? If they leased it in 1980 and they want to sell it to you in 2023, it means that they have used some of the years. So you don't have the same 99 years from this particular person. So you have to be careful. And when I say lease means that you have given the land to you for a particular number of years. You have paid for it, but then after that number of years, you have to renew the lease. It is not like it has been given to you outright, like you go and buy a fridge in the store and it is given to you like that. No, the land will be given to you, but then it will be given to you for a particular or a specific period until you renew it. So it means that if you're actually buying the property from a foreigner and the person says that he leased the property, remember that a foreigner can only get up to 50 years. And so if you are taking the property from a foreigner and the person bought it in 1980, then you have to be very careful. You have to be sure. It doesn't matter if they have written 99 years on it. No. The law says that even if they have written 200 years lease on it, the law will deem it to be a 50-year lease, because the law, the constitution in Ghana says that no foreigner can lease a property beyond 50 years in Ghana. Now, after you have checked the documents to be sure that they actually have that power and that they have the right to give you the interest they are saying, please be careful to check the identity of who you are dealing with. So you've seen the document, you've seen that the name of the document is Lawyer Tina. Please be very sure that you've seen the person before you to see his ID card and his face. We have Ghana card now. See his Ghana card to see that this is the person called Lawyer Tina. Make sure the name is correctly spelled as it is on the document and then on the ID card, so that you don't buy from the wrong person. Don't take any excuses that, oh, my name was spelled this way and that way, unless you are very, very sure you have confirmed that. Now, when you've confirmed the identity of this person, if someone tells you that, oh, I'm the agent of the original owner of the land, please ask for what we call a power of attorney. A power of attorney is a document which is signed by the owner saying, I have given power to this particular person to sell my land. That power of attorney has to be registered at the Lands Commission as well. So be sure about it, because anybody can come to you and tell, oh, I have a power of attorney. Be sure it is a registered power of attorney and that person has a power to deal with you in respect of that land. And check the signatures on that power of attorney and the document to be sure that the person who owns that property is the same person who signed that power of attorney. It is very important. Now that you have been sure of all that I have said above, please don't let that end there. Go to the land in question. Go and see it for yourself. Is anybody building on it? Has anybody grown cassava on it? Because the law says that if you go and get a land, or you go and buy a land, and you do not go and do your due diligence on the land, and then later you realize that somebody is building on the land, your rights will be subject to whoever is building on it. Because there are people who may have bought the land and have a receipt for it without even going to register it. So please go on the land and check. Ask the neighboring landowners, please, this land, is anybody working on it? If it's somebody working on it, please, who is it for? Make all the necessary checks. If not, the law will say that you did not do your due diligence well and you lose the land. After you have been sure of all that I have said, you can pay your money and get your receipts now. Please stay there and get the receipt before you go. Don't say, I'm going to sleep, I'll come for the receipt later. You may be putting yourself in trouble. Get the receipt before you go. I know they will tell you that they'll give you the indenture later, and that is very okay. But make sure you get your receipts. Let them state the specific land you have bought. If it is 10 acres, let them state 10 acres. If you have paid in part, make them state that you have paid in part. If you have paid in full, let them say that you have paid in full, the total amount you have paid. It will save you a lot of stress later. Now, after you have gotten your receipt, you can follow up for your indenture. That is when they'll prepare the indenture for you. Please don't say that you are waiting to receive the indenture before you start working on it. No, the receipt is good enough. Even if you have made part payments, the receipt and the part payments is good enough. Please go on the land. Start clearing the land. Grow something on it. Growing is not even enough. Please start foundation. Go and put blocks on the land. If you do that, you are giving notice to whoever will come on a later date that this land is for someone. At first, we used to put pillars at the corners, please. Now they can take the pillar and they say that, oh, we didn't see any pillar. Please put something on the land. Take pictures, videos. When you are putting it there, take pictures, videos, so that one day when they carry your sand away or they say that the sand is for them, you have evidence that I brought sand here on this particular date and it was there. You are securing your interest in the land before you even get the indenture. So please do that and then push for it and get your indenture. Now, if you get your indenture, be sure to see that what you agreed on is what is on the indenture, because on the indenture, they are going to write the particular interest that you got from the land, whether it was 50 years lease or it was 40 years or it was 99-year lease. This is very important. So we'll end this here. We'll talk about the registration of lands later. That is also a different aspect of it. But hey, these things that I have told you, if you go through them diligently and you do all your due diligence, you will be able to save yourself some stress of up and down in the courtroom and all of that. So please advise yourself accordingly. Now, take care and be good. Share with someone to also learn about how to get a genuine land which is litigation free without court issues in Ghana. Until then, stay tuned and have a very good time. Bye.